Hey guys, it is International Hummus Day today, being May 13th in Sydney, Australia. So guess what I'm going to be making for you all today? Yes, authentic Middle Eastern hummus. So traditionally, coming from a Middle Eastern background, Mum has always taught me to get my chickpeas, soak these overnight, and then boil them in hot water until they're cooked, and that's generally what we use to make hummus, cooking them ourselves. And she usually says that, using a canned chickpea that's already cooked is the lazy person's option. I'm going to show you how to use the canned option today, not because I'm being lazy, but I will share with you why. Maybe just a little bit lazy. Okay, so I'm using an organically farmed chickpea, and the reason why I'm using this is because there is a liquid in there that is called aquafaba. Literally translated, that means water of beans. So what that is, for people who are eating a plant-based diet, or if you have an intolerance to eggs, for example, aquafaba is a really great replacement for eggs because it's almost like the chemical equivalent to egg white. So you can actually get the aquafaba, whip it up, and it can form peaks just like you would with egg whites. So it's a little bit of a tricky cheats option when you are eating a plant-based diet. If a recipe, for example, calls for using eggs, you can use aquafaba instead, whip it up, and that can be in a savory dish or a sweet dessert dish as well. So what I'm going to do is keep some of that aquafaba, the water that's in the chickpea can, put it to the side, and I might make a vegan mayonnaise a little bit later. But for today, making the chickpea hummus, the ingredients I'm using are the chickpeas from a can. You can go the authentic route if you like. Juice of 1 lemon, some tahini paste, which is sesame seed paste, some extra virgin cold pressed olive oil, sea salt, and 2 cloves of garlic. You can use more or less garlic depending on how you like, how strong you want the garlic flavor. What I'm going to do is throw all the ingredients in here. I'm going to pop the recipe down on the bottom, whisk them up in my beautiful new Optimum blender until it's a smooth consistency, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so I've popped all the ingredients in there. So the lemon juice, the chickpeas, the tahini paste. I'm throwing my 2 cloves of garlic in, and a little bit of the aquafaba water, which I have here. I'm going to use a little bit just to add some more moisture to the dish. And as I said, I'm going to use it a little bit later for my vegan mayonnaise. Now, I've traveled to some of the countries that are famous for hummus, and I went on a bit of a hummus expedition to find the best tasting hummus that I can find. Now, I was in Lebanon and Israel 2 years ago, and I absolutely loved the hummus that I had in both countries. The major difference between the two was that in Lebanon, I found that it was a bit more garlicky, and they were a lot more generous with their olive oil. So they had olive oil on top, which is what I'm going to serve mine with. But they also had a beautiful, really good Lebanese olive oil on the side, and it'd be on every single table in the restaurant. So you can, put as many lashings of olive oil as you wanted to, and I love my olive oil, and really good olive oil. And in Israel, it was less garlicky, and they weren't as generous with the olive oil. So they were the major 2 differences. Also in Israel, I found they gave you onions to dip into the hummus. to eat it with. And in Lebanon, it was more the Lebanese bread and vegetables and that sort of thing. I loved both. So I've sort of made my own rendition of a sort of fusion between the two. And of course, some places added cumin, others didn't. This is a simple, basic one with a medium amount of garlic. So not too much, not very little. I like the taste of garlic and the lemon. So yeah, I just thought I would share that distinction on my little hummus travel adventures in the Middle East. But this is certainly one that I've grown up with, that Mum has made, that we've always made and enjoyed. Usually for barbecues, whenever we make kebabs, or you know, usually when the men get together and at night and have their alcohol, they'll want some like little meze nibbly foods, and this has always been one of the things on the table. I remember one of Dad's favorites. So yeah, I'm going to whiz this up and I will show you to the smoothest consistency with my Optimum blender, and I will show you what the end result is like. There it is, the finished product with the cut up veggie sticks there. So what we like to do is sprinkle some sweet paprika, and that's a good drizzle of really good extra virgin cold pressed olive oil, chickpeas and olives. You can dress it however you like, however that is how we like to do it traditionally. And I'm going to get into this with some onion. I think that was what I did in Jerusalem. So let's dig in. Wow, check out that consistency. I love that thickness, and it's not runny and it's not too thick. That's the consistency that I like. Let's see what it tastes like. Wow, so good. That is yummy. Mum is going to be proud. Give it a go, guys. I've got the recipe down below. I'm going to enjoy this as an entree before dinner tonight. I hope you will too.